Hello guys, my name is Anarchy and welcome to Warhammer Total War 2. Now, this game came out, I would say, recently, and I was able to get a collector's edition from it and a little unboxing for you. I thought I will show you the game and show you one of the factions, one of my favorite of this game actually. So there are 4 factions in this game: the High Elves, the Lizardmen, the Dark Elves, and the Skavens. So we are going to play with the Lizardmen because they're the good guys. You know, this is a game where actually being a giant lizard who bite chunk of meat out of his enemies is a good thing. So yeah, we're gonna roll with that. So there are 2 leaders, you can choose from each faction. Yeah, that's one thing. From the Lizardmen there is the Slan Wizard, Lord Mazdamundi, and so there is Krogar, the Saurus Old Blood. Now, we're gonna play with him as our warlord or general, whichever you like, and let's see what this campaign is all about.
Since the days of creation, the reptiles have dominated the jungle continent of Lustria. The ignorant call the creatures lizard men.
I'm an ignorant.
The wise know them as defenders of the world. In ages past, the Old Ones had a plan. But then the stellar gates collapsed, the Old Ones fled, and demons flooded the mortal plane. Led by the Slan, the lizard men fought the demons that surged across Lustria. Yet, it was the elves that created the Great Vortex. A swirling maelstrom that siphoned the world of chaos, withering demonkind. The world was saved, but the vortex endures only because it is bolstered by the power of the Slan, via the Great Warding. If the warding should fail, the demons will return.
The forked tongue of Sotek hangs low in the sky. The Slan have felt it. Now I see it. Brighter, clearer. Its hiss disturbs the winds of magic. Yoked Tagrax, the sacred plaques. One prophecy shines above all others. Vortex of the warm blood. But the full meaning cannot be deciphered. If our master will not wake, we journey to the city of the sun.
Okay, so a few points to maybe clear up. So as you can see, the world was attacked by demons, and the Great Vortex was created to siphon magical energy, the unstable energy of magic out of the world, weakening demonkind, so they were able to push them back beyond the borders. Now, a few things to might add. The little ones, which are the smaller lizardmen, are skinks. They are not a lesser lizardman, they are just a different race. And the guy who was floating on their ancient throne, and you can see there, they are the slans. They are the special lizardmen who can draw power from the celestial sky and use their celestial magic for divination and for destruction, as they are as good as calling down comets from the sky as decipher what you will eat tomorrow. Now, the divination they're talking about, they are about old ancient prophecies that the old ones left behind. Now, the old ones are kind of like old reptilians, so to say. They've existed before the celestial gates collapsed. Now, the celestial gates are close to Stargate, I would say, and they siphon the great amount of power from the stars. And as you heard, the maelstrom, which weakens demonkind and hold them somewhat at bay, is disturbed. The great warding is failing, and it happens because a double-tailed comet just appeared on the sky, and its magical power brings in balance to the great warding. So we have to restore it to its original power, so it will remain stable and our world will remain safe. Now, I don't really know much about this, but I'm interested to see how this goes. So, okay, so once the Mundi send us across the world bound, okay, so this is where we start, and these are enemies? Yeah, it seems like that one. Okay, now I'm not really interested in that. Okay, okay, so I know how to play this game. I have played it before. Goddamn lag. Okay, okay. So, this is technically a turn-based game, so we have a really gigantic map to play upon. And this is the only territory which we are controlling. The Temple of the Skulls. Why does I say the Skulls? Temple of Skulls. I can't even read. So, this is our little city that we currently have. So this is our little city that we currently have. This is our army, and I think we got a character here, which is a skink priest. Yes, Rotok. Is it a skink priest? Yes, it's skink priest, using the power of heavens as his aid. Let me send him to the army and let him join in. So this is our main army, our only army currently in the game. And as I have told you before, we have enemies here who look like Skavens, Ratman, the pestilence of the world, the bringer of disease and poison and... Oh my god, they got storm vermins, that's not good. Okay, so I'm going to retreat back to my city to bolster my army, because I currently have 8 out of my 20 available units, while the Skaven army seems to have 16 out of 20, so they have an overwhelming amount of red power on their side. Now we can recruit units. Stolen warriors and stolen spears. We are going with to warrior and the spear. There are also buildings which we can upgrade. Now the building sections fall to different categories. The first is the buildings for units and for war, the basic military, advanced military, defense and infrastructure, and of course there are resource, which is a rare type of building that only available in one of the many buildings. I mean in the many areas. You only can have one resource in an area, and an area contain these 3 locations as a whole. So we can upgrade our military camps and also bring in some resource. So this is what we are going to do. We're gonna upgrade our military camp and start making progress by generating some income. Every of our units costs gold to build and take away a portion of our income. So as you can see, my army costs nearly 2000 gold to currently being, the current upkeep of it. Now let's just have... Okay, so is there anything else? Okay, yeah. So there are technologies which you can research. As you can see, I have all of them logged because I do not unlock the needed building. Didn't build the needed building to unlock them. There is diplomacy. So we can have diplomatic conversation with a surrounding nation. There are wood elves, the Skavens, who I am at war at, high elves, orcs, dwarves, oh, beastmen. Okay, so most of them are not really the good guys, if I can add. What else is there to show? Yes, there are the main objective, what we have to do. There are the great warding that we can see. As you can see, it's only orange, so it's not really powerful. And there are rituals which we can perform for a lofty 12,000 gold. I already have 0 out of it. Good. It's a nice start already. Okay, so let's see what this vermin will going to do. All of these that you have seen on top are enemies, or later on allies, depending on how we actually fray. Okay, let's try to wander off and see if the Skaven moved closer. No, it did not. Okay, we can recruit 1 more unit because that's how much money we made. We are barely making any money. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is meet with these enemies on a battlefield and hopefully destroy them. Ah. They just went and run away. Okay, this is not really good. I don't know where that one Skaven went. Oh, there he is. Okay. Okay, guys, so this is our first battle. It seems like the Skaven was hiding inside this old ruin and planning their great attack against me. So, okay. Well, there are a lot of pests in this place. Okay, so we're gonna play this one. By the balance of power, it seems like we are on the better end of this fight. But I don't know, guys. There are a lot of rats here, and you're gonna see that that might be a problem. So our army mostly contain simple Saurus warriors, some Saurus spears, our warlord, but we got a Steglodon, which is an insanely big beast, and a few of these guys who I think Koroks? Are they Koroks? Please don't lag. Why are you lagging? God bloody damn it. Okay, so this is the battlefield where we can meet our foes, and this is their underground city, built on their twisted stones of warp energy. illuminated by their greenish, sickening light. Well, this is where we do battle, not the most friendly place. So, this is our army that we can use to battle. These are skink spear throwers, able to mow down enemies with their spears on not a too long range. We have our Saurus warriors. We get our Steglodon, a feral Steglodon at that, which is good to break into enemy lines. We have to keep this away from spears, because spears are good against giant beasts. We also got these guys, these small little dudes, the Croxigors. They are crocodiles, extremely buff crocodiles who can truly do damage if they reach you in close combat. So what I'm going to do is remove these guys from my front lines, because I want them to flank the enemy. I'm gonna put behind my archers, put my general here. What kind of spell do I got? I don't have any spell. That's a good one. I have how many conversions? So I get a spell which can increase my melee attack and melee defense in close combat. So we got an ability called Cold Blooded, which allows us to replenish our lost hit points, but it decreases our speed, defense and attack. Okay, that's not something to use while we are in combat. Okay, and you, my good friend, you can go there. Okay. Now, let's see how our enemy position itself. This is the Skavens, a horde of red men who we are facing. These are some Skaven slave slingers. More Skaven slaves? More Skaven slaves. But we got clan rats. As you can see, they are wearing a really sturdy looking leather armor. Now, there are some clan rats with shields. These are actually not that bad of a unit, and they contain 160 rats, while my Bogo forces contain only 100 of them. So their number is already overwhelming. Now their amount is overwhelming, as you can see. This is their army, and that small army over there is just mine. So we got our work cut off for us to cut them through. I'm actually looking for one of those. Yes, these guys. Now these guys are Stormvermins. They actually wear breastplates and they got a really good halberd in their hands, and they can cut the living crap out of everybody. Oh, and there are another good addition. These guys are Night Runners. They are from the clan Eshin Assassins, and they are good at close combat, and they can also throw their daggers at you, which do kind of good damage. I hope they are not poisoned, at least. It's not like that would be a characteristic of them. So let's start the combat, and let's just move my battle line closer to my enemies to see what the hell will going to happen. Okay, so Night Runners are actually advancing on me. Why the hell would you do that? They are not really the best unit to be on the front. Okay, stick down, you go there. I'm trying to set these guys up to flank. Okay. I'm gonna try to hit those Night Runners to let them take damage, but goddamn, they are fast. Come on, stick down, reach, please. It's no good. They are fast enough to run away. Ah, that's bullshit. I will call it bullshit without a problem. Okay, I'm gonna take a lot of casualties simply just trying to reach into close combat. This is no good. Okay, at least one of them is held in one place. No, they are not. Okay. So let's send the Stegoldon in from the side. Let's bring in some more firepower. Okay. So, I'm going to try to buff up one of my units, so the ones that are already suffering damage might live on, or can live through another barrage of these attacks. Now you see, the problem is that the overwhelming amount of enemies that I have to shoot through. Luckily, the good thing that I actually have is their bloody weak morale. Because, okay, oh, that's what I didn't explain. So as you can see, there are two little bars over the top of the unit's head. The first one, the green one, is their health, and the lower one is the gray one, which is their morale. Once their morale reaches, where is it, let's see, 0, or close to 0, their flags start to flash, and their morale broke, and they just try to run away from combat. Now the problem is that when their flags simply flash or turn grey, that means their morale will regenerate. They just have to run away like a scavenger bitch they are, but they will return, because that's how they are. That's how bloody they are. So they usually run back. That's the Skaven way. So what we need to do now is let these guys rampage at the back lines, because there is a unit with a third bar. Now that third bar is the ammunition of these slingers, and they will throw rocks at you. Now that doesn't sound that bad. That's, you know, rocks. What can they do? Well, the problem is there are at least 800 of them, and when you are getting 800 rocks thrown at your face, you will have problems with it. Now there is a problem. As you can see, one of my units, while their number has not been reduced too greatly, they suffered quite a lot of casualty. Now, what I plan to do is let my spear throwers throw enough spears so their ammunition will run out. Then I send them in close combat, try to draw these guys out, and use one of the cold-blooded ability to replenish their health while they are resting outside of combat. I also need to say, oh, there are storm vermins there. Nope, that's not the way you are going. You are just gonna stay here, because that's what you need to do. Also, yeah, that little blue bubble is a leadership bonus that the generals and heroes, because this is a hero, gives to the units who are fighting. Now, let's continue on this. Okay, let's have the rocks go after those. Okay, let's send you guys in. Now, the rock throwers seem to be trying to run away, so we need to somehow connect with them. And, okay, good. That's it. I was able to do that. Okay, those guys need some buffs. You move back. Let's heal you guys up. And let's send you guys in. Okay. Okay, what? Why would their morale? Okay, for some reason the Korok's morale is dwindling quite badly. I don't know why. They're supposed to be rampaging through the lines here, not suffering that heavily. Okay, so as you can see, we were able to crush through their morales quite heavily, which is a good thing, but the problem is that they are also chewing through a lot of my health. So what I need to do is bring in one of these units as a flanking one and hit the enemy rear. As you can see, when you reach the enemy, they get a really bad bonus because they are surrounded, and for that reason they are not too happy. So I need to wither the clan rat as much as I can. Now the other problem is that I am seeing now is these units take a lot of attacks from the stone throwers, and I don't want that. I actually don't like that. But well, bloody hell, I'm not really can do much about it because I need to reach the back lines. But luckily the front, the ones on the front, losing their morale. I need to destroy their morale as fast as I can because my bloody hell, we are losing insane amount of units. Okay. Now the other thing you see is this red thing that appeared. These units succumb to their primal instinct and throw themselves fully to battle. That means that they are actually not really caring about orders. I can't give them orders. They are not retreating, which is good, but what is bad that they will fight there and I'm unable to move them away. And that's no good. That's just no good. Okay, how the hell am I holding up? I'm holding up really poorly. Okay, now the good thing is their leader morale is finally broken. And as you can see, when their leader run, well, the rats are not good at holding their place. So we need to fuck as much of them up as we can while... Okay, let's go in. Okay, we're gonna replenish those health because they might return later on. Okay, good. Now, most of the morale are broken, but luckily they are returning after a short while running away because that's how bitchy they are. And as you can see, I'm getting a lot of rocks thrown at my face. It's just no good. And these goddamn storm vermin are still fighting. Would you guys not want to lose your bloody morale? I mean, you are surrounded. Everybody's running away from you. None of your friends are fighting. Everybody's just bitching, throwing rocks at me. Finally, the bloody storm vermin morale broke. These guys held their ground for an insane amount of time, I should say. I hope they would be getting crushed faster, but goddamn, they did not. Okay, okay, we need to send someone there. Okay, so as you can see, now most of my units are in their rage, so they are just chasing enemy down stupidly, which is no good. But well, I can't really do much about that. Okay, you guys are good at chasing those. We need to crush their morals and we need to keep chasing them. The reason for that is, once you start chasing the missile units, which are these, the rock thrower guys, they will not stop running. They will just keep running until they technically reach the end or the edge of the map, and you can chase them down. You need to chase them down because, as you have seen, there are quite a lot amount. And oh god damn it, they started to turn. What the hell? Oh yeah, we reached. Now the other problem is that my units are very tired from fighting. Now the enemy unit is not too tired. That's thanks to that they were not doing anything but throwing rocks at me, which is an assholeish thing to do, I would say. Oh god. Okay. So another little fight just broke out here. Luckily my leader is not that greatly damaged, but the problem is, even though my leader is not greatly damaged, most of my units are. So we're gonna suffer some heavy casualties there. Oh come on now, those goddamn bloody slingers, they still got morale left. We got warriors in their lines, usually. Okay, finally. Okay, so the reason why we won, because every enemy unit morale finally broke. Now, this was a painstaking. So, from the point of view, we deployed 939 of our warriors. The enemy deployed 3,000 of their warriors. God fucking damn it. The problem is that I just lost a lot. I mean, look at this. Most of my units are down to half of their size. They slaughtered 400 enemy. Oh my god. This was a murder fest. But still, the overwhelming amount of... Oh god. We just took a lot of casualties. Okay. Good. Alright. There is also another army there. Alright. So we are through our first battle and we were able to expand our kingdom. Now we have 2 settlements. And we can spend some money to actually upgrade our kingdom. But what I need to do, I guess 600. Okay. So what I need to do now is put these troops together. Because I can't do it any other way. I'm gonna fire you. And I'm gonna fire, and I'm gonna fire you. And I need to get more warriors. I can't even... No, I need to upgrade that. Okay, we need to wait a turn with that, because... So I need to renew my warriors. As I have said, we got only Saurus warriors, and they are regular warriors. We need shields. As you have seen, the stones that were thrown at us did an insane amount of damage, and well, shields protect us from that. So that's good. So that's good. But our money reserve is not that great. And also, because we won our first battle, our general now ranked up. There are a lot of things here. This is how we can level up our general. Now what I'm going to do is put a point in the route march, because this will increase our movement range on the map. And while it by 10% doesn't increase it that greatly, it's still a lot better than having 0. What else is here? Oh, and we can start one of our skills, because, yes, because we were able to upgrade it to the 2nd level. So we can start our first research, tablet of the Saurus, which will increase our Saurus units defense by 5, melee defense. So this is basically the game. There are turns and you have to conquer the whole place. Now they're actually not that goal. So that's not your goal. Your goal is to do these rituals, reach the final ritual, and then do whatever it takes to stop the others from their rituals. As you have seen, there are 4 markers. 1 for the Skaven, 1 for the High Elves who resigned on this island, and 1 for the Dark Elves who occupied the northern regions of this realm. So this is the new world, and this is where our battle taking place. Now I don't think I'm gonna do a series about this, because this will be a long series, me running around with units on the map and just trying to clean up enemies. But if you would like to watch me do these and just maybe show you a few battles or just the main quest marks, please leave a comment below this video. And that's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, burn down that like button, go to button, subscribe to my channel, and I will see all of you in the next video. Bye!